This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Steve Mumm. Great to have you along this hour. We're in a beautiful location, the downtown Spokane Public Library. Always great to be here, but I'm even more pleased to be here with a representative from the Shriners Hospital. That is John Robertson. John, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
And I think you actually got some front page coverage not so long ago.
Yes, we did.
Good news and bad news in a way. There was some fear that some of the Shriners hospitals in the region might be closed due to lack of patients. But the good news is you got kind of a new lease on life, and we're here to let people know the great service that you provide.
Absolutely. Shriners Hospital treats hundreds of kids on a weekly basis, and on a daily basis, probably about 70 kids a day at least that are in and out for simple treatments and whatnot. So they go through several surgeries in a week. Recently they performed, I believe it was 10 surgeries in one day. That was a couple of months ago.
And the key thing to mention about all of this is free.
Yes, yes, this
and these are
free
operations that children otherwise would not be able to,
that's correct.
Their families would not be able to afford them.
Right, and we just recently started the billing of insurances. Our first billing went out on this last Wednesday, and if you have insurance now, the Shriners Hospital and the Shriners will cover the copay, and so there's still no cost to the parents or the family or the patient. So,
and I understand that was a national change, which just seems to make a lot of sense because once again, no cost to the patient and their family.
That's correct. The Shriners Hospital here in Spokane, it services spinal disorders. That's our main focus. We have foot and ankle disorders, hip and knee, leg disorders, sports injuries, neurological disorders, limb, hand, and toe disorders. And orthopedics is the main focus here in Spokane. We just recently got permission from Imperial to raise some monies through a separate fundraising program. It was our spinal cord fundraiser. They said we could raise up to $200,000. We're currently just over $150,000.
Congratulations. So, now, you're in an odd situation for someone who dispenses free health care. You're actually looking for more patients.
We are looking for anybody that needs to be helped. That is our key, regardless of ethnic origin, religion. It doesn't matter. If a child needs to have their life improved, that's what we are there for. So.
Well, you know, it's an amazing organization. Now, talk about you do a number of fundraisers. You touched on one, but you got a kind of a fun one that involves the Spokane River nearby here.
Yeah, we've started in 1991. They came up with a duck race program. It was started out with Deaconess and the Kiwanis, and they did that for a couple of years, and then they gave the whole fundraising program over to the Shriners as the other two organizations ran out of manpower, and Shriners had plenty of manpower, so they've converted that all over to a fundraiser for the Shriners Hospital. They've raised over $600,000 since 1991 with that program. Probably about 8 years ago, I believe, Imperial gave them the permission to start using part of the funds from that fundraiser for a transportation fund. And that money is used to take children that may need a specific care that our hospital is not able to provide. And that takes care of flying the parent and or a sibling that may be in charge, and the patient to whichever hospital that may be. So, and then it also takes care of room and board and whatnot. We also pay for gas for patients that may need to drive from Montana or as far as Oregon or wherever. So.
That's amazing. You know, we just have got about 30 seconds left, so I wanted to ask you, not so long ago, let's put it this way. Some people would say, you know, the Shriners, that's kind of a little bit old school or whatever. I recently, you know, a couple years ago, I joined a 5 Mile Grange up on 5 Mile Prairie, and it's been one of the greatest experiences of my life. What could you say to let someone know they should take a fresh look at the Shriners and the great work that you do?
There is so much fun to be had. We do parades. We have organizations, units that go from actors to the Oriental Band. You have different shrine clubs. We go all the way from Walla Walla to and Pomeroy all the way to Okanagan, the Canadian border.
Great stuff. I apologize we were out of time, but bless you. What wonderful work you do, and thanks for being here. See you next hour.